Hi guys, Black is here, and let me give you a accident update on my F-150. You probably forgotten about it. It's been so damn long, right? I it is 2 months ago, 2.5 months ago, I think it was. I was leaving work. I left work about 1:42 a.m. I was on I-20 eastbound, headed to Panola Road. I was gonna go to Quick Trip and get some of their cheap gas. Well, it was pouring down rainy, then it had lightened up quite a bit. And I was passing a car on the left side, on my left side. Well, passing the car on the car left side. The point is the car was on the right side of me, long story short. So I'm passing this car, and right before I pass the car, the driver comes to the left and hits me. The driver's side mirror hit my right rear door and fender. Now, I just left a little scratch on the door, but they actually put some dents in the fender. Not real bad. You know, with my dark blue paint, it was kind of hard to see, but it's there. So anyway, I called the police, and the woman would not stop. She ended up driving up Panola Road before she stopped. She pulled into a BP gas station. And I pulled in, and I'm thinking, you know, we're going to wait until the police get there. Well, she pulls off. So when she pulls off, I was going to let it go, but I used to steal cars, okay? And we used to sometimes switch tags on people's cars so car couldn't be traced. I most likely knew her tag was legit, but I still wasn't going to take any chances. So then again, I had nothing else to do. So I decided to follow the beat. So she leaves the PP station and she drives down, headed back west. And she actually passed 3 police cars on the side of the road with the lights flashing. She kept going, went down to Gresham Road, got off and went to a Shell station. And she sat there for about, I don't know, a few minutes. And then she left again and headed back I-20 east. And she ended up getting on 285 and headed south, and she got off at Boulder Crest. Now, when she got off of Boulder Crest, there was a pickup truck came up behind me kind of aggressively. So I'm thinking that the pickup truck, she called them. So I decided to make a right turn. So I went down Boulder Crest, and it was kind of a curve. So when I got in that curve, the pickup truck didn't follow me. I made a U-turn and came back to 285, and I saw her drive across the damn median. I mean, the concrete median, drove across the damn thing and jumped back on the expressway where the pickup truck was still sitting there. So I got in behind her, and I guess she thought I was gone, and she tried to haul ass, but it wouldn't. I kept up with her, but I didn't catch up with her. I wanted her to think she was home free. So she ended up driving down 285. She caught 75 south. Drove all the way down to, I think it's Jonesboro Road in Morrow, Georgia. She got off there and took some back roads and ended up at some condo or whatever. So anyway, I wrote down the address. Well, I parked at the corner. She backs into the driveway. Some cute light-skinned guy, by the way, she was light-skinned also. Some cute light-skinned young guy comes out, looks at the car, she backs into the driveway, and they end up going into the house. So anyway, I drove by, wrote down the house number or whatever, and I left, and I called 911, and they told me I needed to go back to DeKalb County and call 911. So I went back to DeKalb County, called 911. The police came, we made a report. The problem was, it wasn't really a problem, but my GoPro camera is hard to, you can get information off the camera using the camera, but it's kind of hard. You know, when you try to scroll through the video, if you have a 30-minute long video, you try to scroll through it, it jumps. It's hard to navigate. Anywho, it did not occur to me I could use the freaking app and use my phone. I didn't even think about that. But anyway, so I couldn't get the police the tag number that night. I ended up calling my insurance company, Progressive. And I gave them the tag number and all, and they got in touch with the woman, and she denied and said it wasn't her, right? But then, you know, where else did I get your tag number? You know, so then they changed and said, well, Progressive changed and said, well, we're not going to pay out because the person driving the car was not on the policy. By the way, it took them about 2 months of bull crapping around before they finally said this. I don't know. I think they was trying to get me to forget about it because the damage to my truck is, if I showed you the pictures, you can barely see it on the pictures. But guess what? Ford want $2,300 to fix it. Yeah, it's legitimate damage. Also, when I moved into my house, I was pulling a stump out the ground and the strap came off the stump, hit the golf, and then hit my pickup truck. I didn't even know. I felt it hit the pickup truck, but I went looking for it. I couldn't see the damage. But then, I don't know, a week or two later, I saw the damage. Well, anyway, the damage is right above the damage she did. So I decided, you know what? I know that they have to fix the whole damn fender. They're just not going to fix the damage she did. Well, the Ford place said they got to replace the whole quarter pounder to fix the damage she did. So the damage I did is included. It's not like I'm cheating anybody. I told the insurance company, hey, that damage was already there. She did this. But they figured because that damage was already there and she did less damage, so I'm supposed to forget about it. No, it's not going to happen. Well, anyway, Progressive, oh, by the way, she has Progressive insurance also. So her policy, again, won't pay because whoever driving the car isn't the owner. That's what they claim. I think they lying. I think they're trying to get out of it. Well, anyway, I said, well, you know what? Go ahead and file it on my policy because I want the damage fixed. So they filed on my policy, and today is Sunday, I'm supposed to take it to Thornton Lithia Springs Ford Collision Center tomorrow and get the work done. Hopefully everything works. Oh, by the way, they sent me a freaking check, $1,200. Well, now they subtracted $500 deductible and sent me a $752 check. The insurance company, from the pictures I sent them, they don't even come out and look at the truck no more. At least Progressive don't anyway. They gonna talk about, oh, it's only $1,200 worth of damage. Yeah, right, whatever. So they sent me a $752 check. I've deposited the check, but I'm going to have to put it towards whatever money Ford charged them with. I mean, I shouldn't have to come out of no more money because that's what the insurance is for. Now, I'm going to tell you what, because I've had such a hassle with Progressive, I'm thinking about dropping their ass. And it's something I left out. Now, during this whole time, I had a problem with Progressive that had nothing to do with the accident. Early this year, I don't know, 3 or 4 months ago, I had a young man living with me who I thought was my son. Found out after DNA test that we're not even slightly related. The only thing we have in common is we're both black and we're both males. That's the only thing we have in common. Anywho, I put him out, not because of that, but because he wouldn't get a job. He wouldn't keep a job. So I put him out. Well, when he was staying with me, he was on my insurance. And I called, trying to be legal and trying to do the right thing, I called Progressive and put him on my insurance policy, right? And the policy, I was paying I think I was paying like $190 a month. So adding him took it up $80, right? Whatever. So he was on there for 1 month and then I put his ass out. So I called him and took him off the insurance policy, okay? Well, when he was staying here, apparently he applied for a Georgia driver license because he had a Florida driver license. So apparently he applied for a Georgia license. Well, 2-3 months after he was gone, somehow Progressive found out that he had applied for a Georgia driver license. You know what them fools did? They decided to go back 3 months and charge me for insurance. Can you believe that crap? So I get a bill, okay. When I took him off my policy, like I said, you would think my policy would go back to $190, right? Well, they said it was being renewed or something, and it had gone up to $230, $229. So I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever, man. seemed suspect, but whatever. So now, they charged me when they added him without saying anything to me. Well, they sent me an email. Man, I don't read no damn email. Just they sent me an email. My bill was $229. They took it up to $582 because they decided they're going to go back 3 months and include his charge, you know? The man probably did get a Georgia driver license, but he hasn't lived with me again like 3 or 4 months. But anyway, so I complained about this. They made me sign a piece of paper saying that no one was driving my car but me. No one lived here but me, which they don't. And they were supposed to have refund my money. They said they was going to refund my money in 10 business days. Okay, fine, whatever. They never did. Instead, without telling me, they decided to just put that $582 towards the rest of my payment, the insurance for the 6 months or whatever, which I still think they're getting away. And oh, by the way, they sent me back $6 or $7. They refunded $6 or $7, right? Well, anyway, I called them and asked them, what happened, and then it took them a while to figure it out. Then they explained to me that instead of refunding my money, they decided to just pay off my policy. Now, I would have been up crap creek if I needed that $500. Well, it was $350 something. I would have been up creek if I had needed that $350 to pay a bill. Luckily, I have enough money in the bank to cover it. But anyway, the point is, I'm pissed at them for doing that. You just gonna, this person does not live with me. Just because he got a license don't mean he live with me. Just because, they're going to try to use the law talking about, well, he got a license at your address, so he must be driving your car. Even if he got a license at my address, don't mean he driving my car. So I'm thinking about dropping their ass because of that. Now, my sister gave me an Allstate number, and I'm going to call it. As soon as this F-150 thing is taken care of, I'm going to call the Allstate and see what they're going to do. I don't think they can do anything better because that's the reason I was with Progressive. They were the cheapest. Now, the renewal was supposed to start October the 3rd. The bill has gone from $229 to $270. And I wonder, does it have something to do with they still trying to charge me a little bit more because they think Kenyari Singleton lives here, right? Well, anyway, I'm going to call Allstate. I don't think they can do any better because, like I said, Progressive was the cheapest. I'm going to tell you how I got to Progressive. I hope it ain't a long, boring story. I was with, State Farm. No, I was with State Farm. And I went to Farm Bureau. All right, Farm Bureau. My bill with State Farm was like $260. Back then, I think I had 2 or 3 cars. 2 cars and a motorcycle, I think. But anyway, it was like $260. All right, when I went to Farm Bureau, it dropped down to like $160 or $180, $160, I think. Might have been $180. Well, anyway, they eased back up. Farm Bureau did. So I saw a commercial on, line talking about the general insurance, that little cartoon or whatever. So I called that number. It turns out they don't sell general insurance in Georgia. So I had to pick from State Farm, Progressive, and something else. So anyway, I picked Progressive. And the insurance was a little cheaper than Farm Bureau. But here's the crazy part. When I call Progressive, guess who answered the phone? Farm Bureau. Confusing, right? Anywho, that's what's going on. So tomorrow, I'm taking the F-150 to get it taken care of. I hate taking my truck to shops, but like I said, I want the damage taken care of. So anyway, I will let y'all know what happens, and have any questions, comments, leave them. And I hope the video wasn't too boring. Dre, y'all have a good day.